Well, this first news story comes to us from IGN. There it is. Written by Eric Van Allen. Nintendo Direct, March 2025. All the games and everything announced. So let me just read the first couple paragraphs of this real quick. Set the stage. The Switch 2 looms on the horizon in less than a week's time, which honestly, it's happening on Wednesday. So it's kind of wild. Like we're releasing this episode talking about last week's Direct, and then the new one's going to be, but whatever, That's just how the cookie crumbles. Which, by the way, I guess I should announce it on this episode. We are planning on doing a live react to the Switch 2 announcement. It'll be Wednesday evening, though, probably around like 7:30 or 8. I think 7:30 is what we're going to shoot for. So come hang out with us. We're going to try to stay spoiler-free all day. I don't know how we're going to do that.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
We're going to see if we can do it. And then we're going to live react to the Nintendo Direct on Wednesday. So join us over on Twitch or on YouTube and hang out with us while we learn about the Switch 2. Looking forward to that. But anyways, this is about last week's Nintendo Direct, where it was focused more on the Switch 1 and games coming out for that. It felt like a flurry of last-minute announcements for the record-shattering handheld hybrid console ahead of its successor. There were some highlights from the stream today, and I guess let's get into it. So we don't need to talk about everything that was announced, because let's be honest, there's a lot of things on here that was kind of like, meh, whatever. Like, I don't even know what that is, I couldn't care less. But at the top of this list, actually, they have something that I was kind of stoked about. I've not played these games before, but I'm just excited they're more easily accessible. And last year they released the third game from this series, and that is Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake. They announced that. I have never played any of the Dragon Quest games until last year when they released Dragon Quest 3 HD Remake, and I love my time with that. I didn't finish it, but boy, I was like having such a blast. So now that they're releasing these two, I'm just so stoked to eventually jump into these ones, because I think, from what I understand, have you played the Dragon Quest games at all? You have?
Unfortunately, I have not. I've played the character at Smash.
Okay.
But that's as much as I know about it.
Okay. Yeah. So from what I understand, 3, like chronological order, it actually goes like 3, 1, and 2. So 3 happens timeline wise, like before 1 and 2, which is why they released it first last year.
Interesting.
And so yeah, I mean, I want to get through that game before I jump into these ones. But I just love that HD 2D art style. I don't know if you've seen that before, like if you've seen the trailer, where it's like it's 2D pixel art, but it's like in like 3D space. I love that. Like what was it called? What was that one by Square Enix? Octopath Traveler. Like that had that art style. And I don't know, a lot of games are doing it now where it's like 3D pixel art, and I love it. I think it's so beautiful. So looking forward to that one. Really excited about that. Was there any games that you were excited for? I'll let you go next.
Now that you thank you for handing me the mic and the spotlight. As I mentioned, and one of the games that I was very, very wowed into was the Patapon franchise. I'm so excited that they're bringing it back. I originally played it on the PSP. I still do. I have 2 PSPs with me, and I don't play it on both, but I do still actively play it here and there. Still trying to get the hang of the game. But I'll get there one day. But with this coming out for the Switch, I'm super, super excited. It's just nice. Again, like I mentioned earlier, just so much nostalgia and memories that comes with this game. Played it with my relatives, fought over it with my brother. It's just so many good stuff. And I'm really excited to see. If they're gonna add like some like new things here and there. As much as I love a remake, I would really love to maybe like see more. I don't know. I'm not sure how to like more activities to do, because in the PSP games there's like so many like slides that you can go to when you're resting. I would definitely love to see more interactions with that outside of like the actual like story, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so like yeah, like an idea is like Tekken, like Tekken. They have Tekken bowling, and then they have like those kinds of things. Like I hope that they add more onto Patapon for that too. I unfortunately have not played the new, not newer, but like I've only ever played Patapon 1, so I didn't get my hands on the second one or anything like that, but regardless, I'm super excited for it to be just on the big screens again, and I hope a lot more people talk about it, because it just doesn't get talked enough. I don't know about you,
100%. Yeah, people don't talk about it enough, and like because they put out remasters of I think just one. I don't think it was 1 and 2. I don't remember. I think there was some remaster though that they put out like a couple years ago, like on PS4 and PS5 and stuff like that. But again, it's like it's fun on a home console, but I love how it's like almost like going back to its roots, coming to like a mobile like handheld console. I can take my Switch to go again and play this like on the train or plane or wherever I want to. Like it's so great.
I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, unfortunately, other than that, that's really the only one that really caught my full attention. Unfortunately, I don't play on my Switch enough, but I think I'm gonna have to start again, because that game's gonna reel me back in.
Yes. There was also, this is probably the biggest thing that was announced and showed off, because the only thing we've heard about this is that was years ago at this point. We got a logo for Metroid Prime 4. That was it. Like they showed us a logo, and like that was it. And that was years ago at this point. And it was supposed to come out years ago. Like they kept saying like, oh, it's gonna come out here, and it like never did. Like it was supposed to come out last year even. It said, back in 2023, I think they said 2024 it's coming out, and then it just never came out. They never said it was canceled. They never said it was delayed. Like they just radio silent, and everyone just like assumed like, all right, I guess that's it. A lot of people thought it was canceled, thought it was done. But they finally announced it. We got some, I'll read this a little bit here. We got some more gameplay today of Samus's new 3D adventure in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Starting the gameplay showcase on the planet Vuros, Metroid Prime 4 sees Samus unlocking psychic abilities that she can use to open doors, operate mechanisms, and change the trajectory of her beams. Nintendo reaffirmed a 2025 launch window and teased a new suit for Samus, but no news yet on a release date for Metroid Prime 4. So they said they confirmed 2025. They also confirmed 2024 last year, so we'll see how much they actually stick to their guns here. But the fact that they had gameplay to show off, like they actually showed off trailer gameplay, that's promising. Where before it was just a logo, so that's super exciting. This is one of those franchises that I always get a lot of flack on, because I had never played the first game. But I had the second game on GameCube, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and loved that game so much. That game was like one of my favorite GameCube games. And then 3, I played a little bit of on Wii, but up until just a couple years ago, I hadn't played the first one until they remastered it. They remastered Metroid Prime on Switch like 1 or 2 years ago, and that game was fantastic too. I didn't get around to finishing that one either, but love the Metroid Prime series. Like having like a first-person shooter version of Metroid is great. Like, don't get me wrong, the 2D platforming side scroller kind of Metroid's great, but I don't know, there's something about just being able to, be Samus. Like you're not just like seeing her do stuff, jump around the screen, but like, you see the inside the visor, and you can scan items and like learn stuff and use her different abilities. It just feels more like you are that character, which is so fun.
Yeah, and I feel like at the sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like at the time too, there probably wasn't a lot of games that was like that too. It's just more so like just always like third person. So yeah, definitely doing the move of changing it to like first person definitely like refreshes like your love for it. Totally. 100%. New perspective.
my only concern though is I'm just shocked that they're releasing this on the Switch 1. Like I would have, and we kind of speculated, me and I forget who it was, a couple of us speculated a few episodes ago, I feel like, about Metroid Prime 4. We're like, man, it'd be so cool if they released it and it was a Switch 2 exclusive. So that way it could use like, because the whole thing with the Switch 2 is it's supposed to be more powerful. It can, I mean, we don't know for sure yet. We won't know until Wednesday, but it's supposed to be able to handle like better graphics and all this stuff, blah, 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 have more RAM, just be more powerful, you know? And so like, man, like how beautiful would this game look and how smooth would it run on the Switch 2? So to know that this is coming to Switch 1 isn't bad. Like that's great because that means if I don't get a Switch 2 right away, at least I can play this game. But I either want, I hope if it does eventually come to the Switch 2, which it will be because everything's backwards compatible. I hope they almost have like a patch for it, kind of like how on the PS5 and PS4, like they had like the PS5 version, and then when the Pro came out, they're like, oh, but there's a patch that like upgrades it for the PS5 Pro. I almost hope there's an update for Metroid Prime 4 that's like, hey, it runs on your Switch 1, but if you get the Switch 2, you run this patch, update it, and then it's like gonna look even better, run even better, that kind of thing. Because man, like already just in the trailer, I'm like, this game looks gorgeous, but my fear is like the Switch 1 is so underpowered. What game was it? It was like one of the Legend of Zelda games. It was the remake of Link's Awakening, like that like had such bad performance issues. Like it was running at like 20 frames a second, and it's like just a top-down like little like simple platformer game, and it couldn't even handle that. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be struggling with Metroid Prime 4, but we'll see. But love that.
Fingers crossed.
I'm so excited about that game. It looks like a ton of fun, and having the new abilities again, that's one of those things where like I'm glad they're adding some new stuff, which I mean that's every Metroid game. They come out with some cool abilities, but the psychic abilities, I think that's new. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I want to see like how they're gonna incorporate that to like such a good game already, and like incorporate even more. So we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll see if it'll come out this year first.
We'll see if it actually comes out.
Reaffirmed.
Let me scroll through some of these other games. There's some other smaller games that were announced. People were losing their minds over Tamagotchi Plaza. I don't know.
Yes.
What is this actually like Tamagotchi as in like the little handheld Tamagotchi game, or is it different?
I believe it's the characters. So the little pets that you get to take care of. Okay. It's just elevated, I guess. I did see this one too, but it just didn't pique my interest as much. I wasn't sorry, but I wasn't really much of a Tamagotchi girl. I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
I love Tamagotchi. Tamagotchis are great.
Like I liked the idea of
Mine always died, but they were great.
It was just too much commitment for a 10-year-old. I couldn't handle it. I was just like, you know what, you're too needy. That's probably how it shaped me to who I become today. But it was just too needy, and like it just added so much on my anxiety on top of like so much that I had to already like be responsible for, and it's just like, unfortunately no. But I liked watching my friends feed it or like take care of it or all that stuff, and if they die, I'm just like, ha ha ha, you did a bad job and stuff like that. But then I don't have to feel the guilt of
there you go,
something dying because I didn't take care of it. So yes, but I did see this. I hope I haven't really looked too much into it, but I hope it's good. I don't know what to expect.
I'm not excited about it at all, but it's one of those things where people who are excited about it, like I hope it lives up to their expectations, because I just feel like I started seeing a ton of people online talking about it, and it's like, really, people are excited about that? All right, cool, that's great, good for them. Good for them.
Yes, like I guess. I guess it's okay. Yeah. But I just couldn't see the hype. It's just not a part of it.
There was also Pokemon Legend ZA announced, which I think this was we got a little more gameplay from, because just like a couple of weeks ago we got a trailer from the Pokemon Direct, or the Pokemon Presents. So I think this was a little bit different trailer. But again, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I loved Pokemon Legends Arceus. That game was so much fun. It was such a different take on Pokemon, like so different than anything I've ever played, and it was phenomenal because of that. This one feels like they're trying to take the gameplay elements from Arceus, but then like bring it back to the Pokemon we know and love, which I don't know. Like the reason I like the Legends game, I like Legend Arceus, is because it was so different, even like timeline wise. Like it was way in the past. Like you don't use regular Pokeballs; they're like made of wood and tree nuts and stuff. Like you're scrapping stuff together. Like these people don't even know what Pokemon are. Like that made a game so fun. Where now it's like, oh, we're just back in modern day Pokemon in this like super futuristic city again, and
so it's just it's just like same old kind of thing. It's just like we're moving forward, but it's just like we're still stuck at a certain time kind of thing. But I hope it's good still.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where like once I get my hands on it, I'll probably be like, oh no, yeah, this is good, this is fun. But a lot of people are excited about it because they have the connection to Lumio City from, is it X and Y or what game? I don't even remember. It's one. So it's the world from one of the more, I think it's X and Y. I don't know. I never played X and Y, so I don't.
I did.
So is Lumio City from that game?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is the worst. I did play it like a while ago. I played it on the 3DS. I played both. For some reason, I played both. It's the same thing. Same thing, but I played both.
Yep.
Wait, that's kind of okay. I'm a little intrigued.
I want to say that I think that's right. It's probably from if I remember right. But yeah, so it's supposed to like to kind of take place in that world and within Lumio City. But I don't have a connection to that because like my history with Pokemon is like I played Pokemon, red and blue and yellow, and then I played gold and silver, and then I played ruby and sapphire, and then that's where I fell off because I never got a DS or a 3DS. I never was able to play those other games. And so until like I got a Switch, and then I picked up with Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet and stuff like that. So there's this big gap in my Pokemon knowledge.
Yeah.
And that also means there's a big gap in my like Pokemon nostalgia. So like a lot of people are stoked for this, and I'm just like, I don't know what the heck Lumio City is, but everyone seems excited about it. And,
like good for you, yay!
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, that sounds very familiar. I just can't remember exactly which one it is because like the games that you weren't able to play, I was able to play.
Okay, yeah.
But it was just so long ago, and I played it like so fast. As soon as it came out, I played it. I played both. And then I never really came back. That's the thing with me, though. I feel really bad, but with like Pokemon, it's just like I get into it and then I finish it and I'm like, okay, I'm done now.
Yep.
And then I wait till the next games come out. And it sucks because like I always see people going back and being like, oh, I found hidden stuff. Oh, I found this. Oh, you can do this. I'm just like, I don't want to go back. I'm already playing this other game.
Yeah, I've moved on. I'm on a different game now.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know any secrets. That's okay. You can keep your secrets. I'll find the secrets in this next one.
Yeah.
But I definitely have played the ones that you mentioned. Yes.
Yeah. But so I'm excited about this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's also like it's not like a fever pitch like excitement like it was with like Arceus or some of these other ones, because it's like, I like the gameplay from Arceus, so it's like, okay, well, if it is more than that, that's not a bad thing. But the weird like ZA Royale, like battle royale kind of thing, it seems like they're like, I don't know, I think they're trying to do something different with it, and me personally, I'm just unsure about it. So we'll see how it actually works out. But I don't think we actually got a release date for that either. It just says later 2025.
Maybe once people bully it enough, they'll start changing some stuff around.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
If it's not to their expectations.
Pokemon Company is pretty good at just whatever they want to do, they just do it. They don't care what people think. That's kind of what it's been for years.
You're right. You're right.
This is probably the biggest game of all the announcements here. I got to hit this one for Adrian. Rest in peace, Adrian. This is a game that honestly, when I posted in the Discord that this was coming out, he came back from the dead just to like celebrate. It was great. That is Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Oh my god, I was just.
Rhythm Heaven games. I had never played them until maybe like a year ago. I got on 3DS There was one on DS and one on 3DS, and I got both of those and started playing through them. Those games are so phenomenal, so much fun. Like you're talking about, you love rhythm games. Like,
yep.
Have you played any of the Rhythm Heaven games?
No, unfortunately, I have not.
You need to get these games because they are absolutely incredible. So much fun, so silly, so goofy. And we're getting a sequel. We're finally getting a Rhythm Heaven game on the Switch, which Adrian has been begging for since the Switch came out. They're finally doing it right at the tail end, right as they're getting ready to get rid of this system. God. It's not coming out until 2026, which is crazy to me because, like, I guess everyone's anticipating the Switch 2 to be coming out this year. So to think that next year they're coming out with new Switch 1 games is kind of wild. But
they need something to keep the Switch 1 alive,
Maybe that's why they're with how many people own a Switch 1, it makes sense. It'd be stupid to not continue to support it, I guess. So yeah, you're right about that.
Forget about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it says a new entry in the classic Nintendo Rhythm series is on the way with Rhythm Heaven Groove. Quirky challenges, fun rhythmic activities, and its excellent art all look set to keep the party going. The beat kicks up with Rhythm Heaven Groove sometime in 2026. Yes, I am so excited for this. It's such a simple game, but it's just the silliness, the stupid little mini games. You know what it reminds me of? Did you ever play any the WarioWare games? So it's made by the same creator as those games, but instead of being stupid little mini games, they're stupid little rhythm games, so right up that alley where it's wait, what am I doing right now? But it's all about staying in rhythm. It's not just about doing something fast like in WarioWare. It's more doing something in time or in sync with whatever the silliness is happening on the screen or whatever.
Okay, so, now I really need to get this. I'm intrigued. Yes, because
if you have a way to play the original ones on DS and 3DS, pick those up. But yeah, if you can't wait till next year, but definitely when this comes out next year,
don't you worry. I still have my 3DS, so maybe I'll hit it up, prep for what's to come for 2026, and then I'll be a veteran by then.
Exactly.
So that's really good. Yeah, Wario. Oh my God, that's
such good games.
I played it on the Game Boy. It was so fun. But yes, now that you have, what is it? You've told me a similar. Now that you've shared that there's a similar game to it, I can kind of picture it, and now I'm a bit excited too. Okay, I understand.
That's good.
I understand the hype. Okay, I'll give it a chance.
And then the last thing announced, this wasn't necessarily exciting, but I figured it's newsworthy, at least before we move on here. Virtual game cards are now being announced for Nintendo Switch, so you can, they're now allowing you to share digital purchases that you have on your Switch by sending virtual game cards to people. They're like, hey, you know how you have physical game cards to share with your friends? Well, now you can send virtual game cards. It's all right, cool. It is kind of cool. People can borrow stuff for up to 2 weeks or something like that. But you have to be physically close, proximity wise. It has to be someone. You can't just send it. I can't send you a game unless we meet up in person and then I share a game and then I have to come to you or you have to come to me, come to San Diego, and then I'll share some games on the Switch with you. So that's it's a cool feature, but to me it's oh man, I wish they went one step further where anyone on your friends list you could send a game to, but it's no, they have to be within Bluetooth range on your Switch to connect and then send it over. So it's it's a cool feature, but a typical Nintendo way, they don't go quite far enough to make it really consumer friendly. But it is what it is. But yeah, so basically, and when you do that, then you don't have access to the game for the 2 weeks while they're borrowing it. So it's so it's a way for them to allow you to share games without because you only own the game once, so it's you don't both have access to it at the same time. So it's not you can be oh, here, use my copy of Mario Kart so we can race together. It's no, once you share it, they have Mario Kart and you no longer have it until the timer runs out or they return it to you kind of thing.
I hope they change that in the near, other than that, I hope they change that you can I guess that defeats the whole purpose of people purchasing the games if you can just share it. But I feel the 2 weeks will be short enough that they would have to get the game. Maybe it's just a way to help promote other games, I guess, this idea.
Yeah, I just wish, they just made it easier to be able to share with kind of anyone on your friends list. You know, it would be cool to be able to, because, you know, still keep the timer on it. Like, whatever. Like, okay, they can only have it for a week or two. And then if they want it again, I just send it to them. As soon as it returns, I just send it back to them for another couple weeks, you know? But it just seems weird that they're like, oh, no, you have to be like physically close to be able to like transfer from one Switch to the other. I'm like, okay, they're just... Really, this is not helpful at all. This doesn't really change anything.
Maybe this is just a trial period. Maybe they're wanting to expand more into this, but they're just like not sure how to approach it. So
Step in the right direction, maybe.
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
We'll
see some errors and try and fix them before they expand into it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the big stuff from the Nintendo Direct. So yeah, if you want to see more, go check it out. It was a fun showcase. It wasn't like blow my socks off the best showcase they've ever put out, but there was some fun stuff in there. Highly recommend at least checking it out. Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.